Welcome to the Learning has Changed list, the web series where I get to tackle all the things that I would like to learn how to change in education, with a community of reflective practice vloggers, in order to create an engine for authentic learning. I had a really interesting conversation that started last night without me. A number of educators from around Colorado started talking about reviving the co-learning hashtag on Twitter. And while that doesn't sound like a whole lot, it means something to me. Co-learning was a conference that was started by a couple of different people, including myself, a number of years ago. And in fits and starts, that community, the Colorado Learning or Co-Learning or Learning 2.0 conference, that community has been on again and off again a number of different times. And there was a particular teacher who was talking about reviving the hashtag and saying, is this still alive? Is this still going? Is this something that still is in existence? And a couple of people chimed in and said, a hashtag is not something that is owned. It is something that is used. And to me, that's a really interesting notion, that a community is not something that is owned. It is something that is used. And as long as you find power in using it and find it to be useful, then it is alive, and it is important. And so the thing that I would like to learn how to change is the idea that if something hasn't been used for a while, that it is dead. The idea that something becomes obsolete when only a few members are still talking about it. The idea that a technology or a process or a pedagogy could become something less than it is simply by having less people within that community of use. Our ability to be a part of many communities is awesome. We can be a part of EduCon and co-learning and EdMOOC and all of these different spaces simultaneously. But we can also drop them and pick them up if we would like. We do not have to continue doing the same sorts of community activities every single day. And as long as we come back to them, as long as we pick them up when we feel the need, then they are still alive and they are still a part of us. I think that it is a fallacy that any community can simply die due to lack of use. Any community that has a single user that is willing to carry the banner, that is willing to use and invoke the name, then it is alive, and it can become something again. So I guess my point is this. To those of you who would like to use the co-learning hashtag, to those of you who would like to continue using the EduCon hashtag throughout the year, even when the conference is not going, to those of you who think EdChat is an ongoing conversation rather than something that only happens on certain days at certain times, I say be a part of that community and use it rather than own it. Be a part of it rather than possess it. That is the power of an ongoing community. That is the power that we give to it, that we let it be embodied with. So if you'd like to become a part of this community, I encourage you to join the one on Google+. But I'm starting something a little bit smaller, something that only 7 people can be a part of. And I'd like to become a part of that community and develop our own hashtag, our reflective practice, where week in and week out, we come together and we talk about things that are important to us. If you would like to become a part of this gang of 7, please leave a comment below or join me on the Google Plus community. But definitely subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.